Interages programs are designed to help create a more age-integrated community by promoting improved communication and understanding for older adults and for youth. And joining me to talk about the Interages Bridges program are Izzy Kovac, a volunteer mentor in the program, and Pedro, a student here in Montgomery County. Well, welcome to Seniors Today.
Thank you.
Well, Pedro, you are in a program that's been around a long time. Actually, Interages celebrated its 25th year and is now part of the Jewish Council on Aging. They've merged together. But the programs are going to continue and expand, and you're in the Bridges program. What country did you come from?
I came from El Salvador.
El Salvador, several years ago?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. And what was the hardest thing about coming from another country to America?
Leaving my family back.
Leaving your family, uh-huh.
Yeah.
So now you're in this program and you have a mentor. How has that helped you?
It helped me a lot of things.
Yeah, you've done things together?
Yeah.
And Izzy, you are the mentor?
I'm not specifically Pedro's mentor, but we have worked together.
Uh-huh.
And we both joined the program about 6 months ago in January.
So before you were a mentor, what were you doing?
I was a Montgomery County Public School teacher, high school teacher.
Wow. So what led you to become a mentor?
Well, you know, I don't know why anybody would want to work when they can volunteer.
Uh-huh.
But seriously, I was really ready to leave the classroom, but I wasn't ready to stop working with kids. And I think any teacher worth their salt will tell you that it's the relationship you build with the student that really makes a difference.
Right.
And just by chance, I happened to run across Mary Ann Larkin, an old friend who I hadn't seen since our daughters graduated high school. And I remembered she had been working as a coordinator for a program called Intergenerational Bridges that partnered seniors with students who had come from other countries and were learning English.
Right.
And I just thought, there's my opportunity.
So what do you do together? What kind of things do you do in the Bridges program?
We play games, we do work. The mentors help us on our homework.
Oh, that sounds great. What kind of activities do you see as being the most helpful?
You know, it really varies from student to student. I think there's like a general formula that we follow. Marianne calls it talk, or read, play. So, I mean, the first step is you really have to develop a relationship. And when I first met my mentee, we spent a lot of time just looking at pictures of his village back in Guatemala. And we talked about what was important to him and what motivated him. And then, for this student in particular, he was a good student back home, and he really wanted to be a good student here in the States. So we spent a lot of time, you know, interfacing with teachers and working on schoolwork.
What do you think makes for a good mentor?
What makes for a good mentor? I think a willingness to listen, an interest in other cultures.
What do you think? What do you think makes for a good mentor?
That they help a lot.
They help a lot. Yeah. So you've been helped a lot.
Yeah.
And what do you think has been the most important thing that's helped you?
That I understand my homework.
Your homework?
Yeah.
That's great. So the activities that you do together, you include everything from games to doing homework.
There's always a planned activity, which usually involves reading, because reading is a real focus. But it's also usually a fun activity, but we're not we don't have to do that activity. If something else is more pressing, you know, we'll do that. But we always do find time to play, or to play games at the end, or and we don't have to limit it to just the hour and a half we're with the student. During the week, we can also spend time with the students outside of school.
I think you were telling me earlier that you did some things over the summer. What kind of things did you do over the summer?
We went to see like a soccer game.
Soccer game, wow, that sounds like fun.
Barcelona and Manchester United.
Wow.
Great game.
And something else you told me earlier.
We went fishing.
Did you catch anything?
Mrs. Izzy's husband, Mr. Mark, got a big one.
Yeah, wow, that sounds like fun.
We had fun.
Yeah, so that was this summer. So that some of the mentors, if they wish, can do other things besides the weekly gathering.
Definitely, definitely.
So you've been doing this now for a while. What do you think are the rewards of doing this?
For me, it's been a real pleasure to see growth. It's been a real pleasure to meet families that I wouldn't normally have the opportunity to meet. So it's been a real growth experience for me, and I really am looking forward to learning more Spanish. So.
And you told me that Pedro may help you.
Pedro's going to help me with my homework.
That's terrific. Well, what was the thing that was the most fun this past year for you to?
That we played a lot of games in the classroom. We had a lot of fun.
So you had a lot of fun, and you also got a lot of help.
Yeah.
Well, that's terrific.
And I do need to put a plug in here. We always need more mentors, because there are lots and lots of students who could use the extra help.
The program is at Eastern, but it's also at several other schools, elementary schools as well as middle schools. I think that's right. I think the only thing that limits the ability of interages to expand the program is the number of volunteers willing to do it. But we've had some wonderful mentors over the years. Some have been with the program as many as 15 years, which is a long time.
And I know we certainly have a lot to, we owe a lot to you for getting this whole thing started for us.
It was my privilege. It's been a lot of fun. I've enjoyed watching it grow. And well, thank you for coming in to tell us about the program.
Thank you.
I hope you have a good year at school. And
hopefully you'll maybe send out a cameraman to see what we really do.
That would be fun. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
Welcome back to Seniors Today. Many seniors want to live as independently as possible. Often this can be accomplished with just a little assistance. Well, I'm joined by representatives from 2 organizations here in Montgomery County offering some of that assistance. I'm pleased to welcome back Phyllis Corlander, the Assistant Director of Top Banana Home Delivered Groceries, and Marcia Custer, the Director of the Community Development for the Senior Connection. Welcome to Seniors Today.
Thank you.
Well, Marcia, you have a new program in Senior Connection. You've taken over what used to be formerly the American Red Cross Shoppers Program. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yes, thank you. We are helping seniors who meet certain eligibility requirements get groceries or assist them by taking them to the grocery store. So we're always welcome to help any Montgomery County senior who qualifies.
So the qualifications, briefly?
You must be a Montgomery County resident, age 60 or older. You must be unable to get out to the store on your own, so you need help. And you must meet certain income requirements. You must be considered low income.
Right. Phyllis, your program is a little different. Tell us a little about the shoppers.
Top Banana Home Delivered Groceries is anyone is eligible to use our service. It was really founded with the perspective that we didn't want people to fall through the safety net just because they didn't meet certain eligibility requirements like age, income, having a certain disease or something like that, that the lack of mobility can happen for anybody.
Sure. Is there a charge for the service?
We do have a sliding fee scale since we do serve people of all incomes. We also deliver our service using paid staff. So we have our own trucks, we have a storehouse from which we operate and have brand name products, and we really stay on top of the whole process from beginning to end.
The cost of the groceries, is it comparative to?
Yes, we work very hard to keep our pricing comparable to Giant, Safeway, now Peapod as well.
Now you're using volunteers, is that correct?
That's right. The seniors who we help pay for their own groceries, but we provide the transportation and the companionship through volunteers.
Right, and so one of the challenges is to recruit volunteers.
That's right. Right.
And what is the commitment for a volunteer, for example?
Well, we'd like a volunteer to offer the service to help someone with their groceries once a week or every other week for at least 6 months to a year. Because not only are they helping with grocery shopping, they're also forming a relationship with an older adult, and that's very important to both parties.
Sure. The Top Banana, are there certain delivery dates, or
right?
Is it a weekly?
We deliver groceries to folks in all of Prince George's County, all of Washington D.C., and most of Montgomery County, from Rockville basically sort of south. And
so
east.
In the Montgomery County, are there certain days of delivery?
Yes, in Montgomery County we accept them at any time, but we prefer that the main call-in day is Wednesday, and the deliveries are made on Friday. And we have 3 vehicles that go on separate routes. Each vehicle has a driver that's consistent and has the cooling and freezer compartments that are maintained. It's really pretty amazing.
And is there a minimum order that you're supposed to?
We have a $25 minimum order, partly to make it economical for the customer, but also if someone is in an apartment, for instance, if more than one person in that development orders on a given day, we automatically deduct $5 from their service fee, just because they're saving us the time of moving, driving farther down the road.
And when the groceries are delivered, supposing somebody has some trouble putting them away, is that?
One of the things people often ask is, how are you different from Peapod?
Right.
And Peapod didn't exist when we started 30 years ago.
Right.
And the main thing is the level of service. Our drivers are trained. They will bring the items into the kitchen. If the person needs it, they will unpack the groceries. The groceries are packed so that all the frozen things are together, all the refrigerator things are together. And often folks really just want us to get those things in the freezer and refrigerator, and then they can take their own time putting the other things away.
If I want to get in touch with you, have you got a phone number that you can?
We sure do, and we are hoping down the line to have online ordering. But anyone who wants to can get a copy of our Storehouse Guide. It has all our listings on it, and a PDF version of this is currently on our website as well.
Give us the phone number.
The phone number is 301-372-FOOD, which is 3663.
And you have a website?
We do. www.topbananagroceries.com.
Great. Marcia, I know that Senior Connection does a lot of other things, but why don't you give us the phone number for the Shoppers Program?
Great. Anyone interested in either volunteering or receiving services should call us at 301-942-1049 or visit us on the web at www.seniorconnectionmc.org.
The Senior Connection, of course, is known for its transportation work, and it's been doing that for, I think, close to 18 years. But you also have another new program that you're about to get started in January.
Yes, that's right. We are going to be training volunteers to help seniors pay their bills and manage their paperwork. And we're eager to get that started. We'll be letting our Montgomery County seniors know what the eligibility requirements are and beginning to recruit volunteers for that in the early part of 2012.
And that's a new partnership for you, isn't it?
Yes, it is, with AARP Foundation, who is training us to provide these services.
Well, that's terrific. Now, are your services throughout the county? Or?
Yes, they are. They're always free, and they are county-wide. And we're always looking for more volunteers and more seniors to provide services to.
I guess we should mention there are other organizations also that help with shopping and food. I believe, like, is Food and Friends, is that one of them?
Food and Friends has a limited grocery service as a component of their meal program. They do have a whole set of primarily health-related eligibility criteria for their program.
Do you see this as a growing
Oh my
concern?
gosh. The number of people, when you look at the demographics, is only going to grow. The hardest thing for us, and I suspect for Senior Connection as well, is letting people know that we exist.
Really?
And, oh yeah. Most of the people we serve are folks who are in their homes. They're watching television maybe and listening to the radio, but they're not getting out to senior centers. They may or may not be in touch with a social worker. They're just living their life, often in a very silent and invisible way, until next thing you know, they're in the hospital.
So it's important for people to know about what you're doing.
Absolutely. I know both of us are more than happy to come out and do presentations about our programs. And actually, I misspoke, where it's topbananagroceries.org, not .com. And being able to know that people know that there's programs out there that can help. We can serve someone one time or every single week.
Well, you're both great resources, and the demographics argue that your programs are going to grow. And you're funded by partly by the county.
Absolutely. Because Top Banana is in a variety of jurisdictions, we get funding from both Prince George's and Montgomery County, and it has made a huge difference in our capacity to deliver, as well as obviously the revenue from service fees and grocery sales.
Well, thank you both for coming in today.
Thank you, Austin.
Welcome back to Seniors Today. Wellness research has a new twist, and this health advice might make you smile. Joining me to tell us more is Neera Berry, president of Laughing RX and a wellness coach. Well, welcome to Seniors Today.
Thank you, Austin.
Laughter RX, what's that?
Well, I really believe that laughing is the best medicine. It helped me during a time many years ago when I was ill and I was looking for a way of healing myself and being more positive, and there's so many benefits to laughter, and I thought, wow, this is it for me. And I became a certified laughter yoga teacher and also a certified wellness coach.
So if I remember correct reading about you, there was a great article in Bethesda magazine recently. There's somebody is it from India that you went to Switzerland? Tell us a little bit.
Right. There was a medical doctor that sort of formed this laughter yoga movement, and it took and he was doing research on how to boost your immune system and he came across a lot of research on laughter, and there have been so much research since then on laughter, and that's why it's become like a worldwide.
I also remember
phenomenon.
Years ago reading Norman Cousins, he wrote a book about that.
Yeah, right. Anatomy of an Illness.
Exactly.
I believe that's the name.
Exactly,
right.
Yeah.
And
so there is a history to this.
Yeah, and with him was that he realized that when he was laughing, when people brought him funny movies, that he didn't need to have his pain medication as often.
That's amazing.
And that's how they realized the connection. But it's been all through civilization that everyone knows the importance of laughter for healing in many different aspects.
And it's supposed to lower your blood pressure?
Yeah, there's a lot of health benefits, emotional and mental benefits to it. It reduces your stress, your cortisol levels, and it boosts your endorphins. So right away you feel more relaxed and you feel happy. And it also is a great pain reliever, because when you release all those endorphins, it really helps you deal with pain. And I work a lot with people that have a lot of pain. And also lowers your blood pressure. And there was a study from University of Maryland recently that showed that it actually is very good for the health of your heart, not only to just lower your blood pressure, but also helps your heart function better. And also because when you're laughing, you're bringing a lot of oxygen to your brain, that it actually helps you with memory and helps you focus better, gives you a lot more energy.
I'm ready to sign up.
Yeah, yeah. And with laughing, it helps you cope better with different situations, and
we kind of all need that.
Yeah, it's a really wonderful, uplifting experience.
So where do you do this?
Oh, I do it all over. I have some classes that I lead privately, like that I have at the Ratner Museum on Tuesdays and Sundays. And also I do it occasionally at different locations. I'm going to be doing it at Bethesda Live and Learn, also at the Holy Cross Senior Source every once in a while. And also in the future I'm going to be speaking on different wellness topics at the Holiday Park Senior Center.
Oh, that's a huge.
Yeah, I'm going to be,
a lot of people go there.
And I'm going to be speaking on developing a wellness plan, and because I'm a wellness coach as well. So, and also incorporating laughter into your life.
How do you start your classes, for example? You start by laughing?
Yeah, well, a lot of times people are very, feel very awkward about just laughing,
right.
But it's something so natural that we're all born with.
Right.
And we're all really feel like this is something that it's nature's stress buster. And
right.
so at first I have them just kind of move around a little bit, and depending if the person can dance, we do dancing,
yes.
or else I do it all seated too. For seniors, I do a lot with just seated movement. And then we just kind of laugh, and we do little role-playing laughter exercises, and before you know it, everybody's laughing. And the premise is that we say you fake it till you make it. So, so even if you're faking the laughter, you're still, all the health benefits, all the chemical changes that happen in your brain are still changing and happening. And so even if you're faking it, you're still getting all the health benefits.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So you have been doing this around the county in the last couple of years, then?
Well, yeah, I've been leading laughter, interactive laughter workshops for corporations, for large groups of 1,000 or more, all over the country.
Oh, really?
And, yeah, internationally as well. And then but I live here, so I like to do as much as I can in this area.
And you have is that a DVD that you have?
Yes. I have a DVD for those that can't make it to my classes and want to really laugh and experience the class. I have a DVD called Laugh Off Stress, Laughter Yoga Exercises.
Cool.
And, yeah.
And do you have a website?
Yes, I do.
What is the website?
It's www.laughingrx.com.
Well, that's pretty cool. And is there a phone number that you want to?
Yes. People can reach me to get more information at 240-888-6555.
Welcome back to Seniors Today. My next guests represent organizations educating seniors and others about assistive devices and technology. Joining me are Peggy Murphy, a speech pathologist and an assistive technology specialist with the Maryland Technology Assistance Program, and Susan Garber, the executive director of At Last, Inc., the Maryland Assistive Technology Co-op. Well, welcome to Seniors Today. Assistive technology, well, I can see we have some here in front of us. How would you describe, what is its purpose?
Well, assistive technology, also called adaptive devices, are really just gizmos and gadgets that can help a senior remain more independent. That could be aging in home, continuing their hobbies, remaining independent in the daily functions of living.
It's a wide range.
Very wide range.
Well, you have quite a sample here. Let us in on some of the secrets. What are these gadgets?
Okay, well, how about if we start over here? Some of these things you can even buy off the shelf now. This is an example of a talking blood glucose monitor. And you're seeing these more and more now in your regular drugstores, but it can be very helpful for someone who might have a hearing problem or a low vision issue, so that it's talking and telling you the results of the glucose check. Another really simple item, something you can just slip over your hand, is called a typing aid. And this can either help someone who's having some fine motor and finger issues due to arthritis with the computer, or for instance in dialing a phone. They can dial a phone more easily by just using this as their target.
Oh, wow, but this isn't
This is no ordinary phone.
No, I can see that.
Indeed, this one is designed, we're all familiar with phones that have auto dial and memory for numbers, but sometimes as we age our memory is not so great. So this particular one, you can, rather than having the person's name, simply have a photo.
Oh, that's cool.
So if your aging mother wants to call her friend Sally, she just looks for Sally's picture and she's connected.
That's marvelous. Well, now, what is it that you actually do?
Well,
You're with a nonprofit.
Right. At Last Incorporated is a nonprofit organization. We are actually headquartered in Howard County. And like the Maryland Technology Assistance Program, our real mission is to make sure that people are aware that these items exist.
So you do education.
Exactly. And how these things can change their lives. One thing unique to our organization, though, in addition to having that demonstration and training center, is that we also have a buyer's cooperative. One of the issues when...
expense. Yeah.
Exactly. Expense can be major. So we've negotiated discounts on many of these products to help people who may not have insurance or government programs to provide them.
So if folks want to get in touch with you to find out about how to do this, you have a phone number or website?
We have both. The phone number would be 410-381-2667. And our website is www.matcoop.org.
Wow. Now you're with the Maryland government.
That's right, Maryland Technology Assistance Program. We are actually considered a Tech Act program. There's a program such as ours in every state in the nation. It is federally funded, and we maintain a demonstration and loan library of these kinds of things. This is just a very small sampling. In addition to that,
The library's in Baltimore?
The library is in Baltimore, but many times people can't make it to Baltimore. We're located on Argonne Drive, right next to Morgan State University. So we sometimes will send people Susan's Way if they're closer to the Washington area. We also have another satellite center at Eastern Shore and Holly Community that has a demonstration and loan library. Ours tends to be a little bit larger, and we have a variety of items, but any Marylander can call and come and see us or borrow one of these items at no cost.
Phone number?
Yes, we have a phone number, 410-554-9230 is the main number, and our website is www.mdtap.org.
So how have you been involved in Montgomery County?
Absolutely. We have had many visits to a variety of the counties. A lot of times folks will come out to see us. We'll have low vision groups come out to see us. Sometimes we'll meet people at a mutually convenient place, just to, especially if mobility is an issue for them, and show some of the items that we have.
Do you get into the county too? Or?
We do indeed, particularly for seniors, doing demonstrations at senior centers for stroke clubs or arthritis groups. In fact, we'd like to recruit additional volunteers to help be able to present more of those.
And now there are things also that you can monitor, like blood pressure or something from a distance. I mean, a doctor, or isn't there something about long distance monitoring through things as well?
Yes, you can download your meter readings directly into the computer, and the doctor can read those from his office.
Wow.
It's a great, exciting time for all these developments.
Well, you have introduced us to quite a range of opportunities, and folks can get in touch with you, and you can actually, you'll come to Montgomery County to meet with them and as you say, educate all of us. Well, it's terrific. Well, thank you for coming in to share this with us. It's been very interesting. It's the first time we've ever covered this subject.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming.
Thank you for inviting us.
Don't forget that you can access a great deal of information about county services for seniors by going to the Montgomery County Senior website at www.montgomerycountymd.gov/seniors, or call the Senior Resource Line at 240-777-3000. And as always, thank you for watching Seniors Today.
have a kit so you're ready for any emergency. Develop a plan for what you and your family will do before disaster strikes, and stay informed during severe weather any way you can. Visit ready.gov for ways to prepare your family for emergencies.